How to start an online business with no money. I'm going to tell you 3 specific things that you can do that I've seen work. As entrepreneurs and business owners, we know that if we have a clear plan, anything becomes possible. And if you can have a clear plan, a clear process to create that plan, and a way to create clarity with your partner or spouse, you can drive to amazing heights. All right, so the idea of starting businesses without a lot of money, people seem to think that this is some sort of mystic, I don't know, smoke and mirrors bullshit, but it's actually very real. I talk a lot about it on how you very safely can go through research, define and say, yes, this is a great business and I should do this or not. In my book, The Aspiring Solopreneur, and at our courses at aspiringsolopreneur.com. So the 3 primary things that I think of when we're talking just high level, maybe you've never had a business and you're like, look, man, I really want to get something started. Or maybe you're a stay-at-home person, you're like, you want to get something going. I look at 3 different basic ways. 1, you can start doing brokering for people or working on a consignment basis. Now, this can be the kind of thing that it can be as detailed as maybe somebody who's trying to sell their car, but they really have no idea how to put it online, or they don't want to deal with it, or they don't want to do through all those hoops. Excuse me. So you could say, hey, yeah, look, I'm happy to help you with that. Tell you what, I will help put it up online for you. I'll even field the initial calls and questions and things like that. And then I'll hand it off to you. And in exchange, if that works out, then you can maybe give me some money back, give me 5% as a brokerage fee. Excuse me for a second. That was rude. Sorry. So one is where they actually pay you. You help put their business or their product or their service or whatever it is up online. They handle it all. And then in return, when they sell it, they give you a fee for helping with that. It's a way that you can use some computer skills. Some people are really looking for help with that. Some people don't, but if you find the right ones, you could have that over and over and over. Now, a second way of the 4 ways is you can actually start to do a consignment for people, and you handle all that. So I've seen this before, like on eBay, where somebody has a whole bunch of stuff, they want to get rid of it, they end up selling it, and they say, hey, but I don't want to screw around with eBay. It's a pain in the butt. So I tell you what, I'll give it to you. I want to get this money out of it, or you can have 20% of whatever you get out of it. In that case, you actually take control of it, you sell it, you put it up, you sell it, you ship it, you get paid, and then you keep the money and you end up giving the money to the person who gave you the product or service. So as a broker, a lot of times when you broker something, whoever sells it gives you money, a small percentage. This way, you're actually giving it back. Now, I've seen this in 50-50 split. Who knows what it looks like? And now I've even seen some people who had a really good eye, find stuff that they could buy very cheaply at thrift stores, and then they turn around, flip it, and put it on eBay, and did okay with it. I've known people who did this with auto parts and other things. Now, a third way is you can go through and look at it from, excuse me, creating a joint venture. And this is where you could approach somebody who maybe isn't selling anything, or excuse me for just a second. Wow, sorry about that. This is where people who maybe are selling only in a traditional way. Maybe you see somebody at a farmer's market and you like they're doing, or you see somebody, who knows where you find them, and like, wow, man, I know a place that I could sell that. I know a community I could sell that to. This is going to be similar to a brokerage, but they may not even have it as awareness. So you're almost looking at doing more of a joint venture. And at that point, you say, look, if you're willing to do that, it's kind of like a consignment. Let me have these, and give me 20 of them, or maybe I'll send traffic to your website and use my special coupon code or whatever it may be. But you can create ways that you can do that. So brokerage is more people who are very specific and they're looking for help to do something online. Consignment would be somebody who they just don't want to screw around with it. Joint venture would be something like, wow, I didn't even know it was available. I'd love to do that. Would you handle it for me? Sure, you can use either a joint venture or you can use either a consignment or a brokerage arrangement. And then the last thing is sometimes you can create something. There's a lot of people selling this out there, and unfortunately I think a lot of it's BS. But sometimes you can strike gold with it. You can start a course, you can write books. I've actually written multiple books, and I can tell you that books are a great way to make tens of dollars, even if they're bestsellers. Books are hard to make money on, but courses can be very solid. So if you have a very unique set of skills, there's ways that you can maybe create a course around that you can turn around and sell. So, and if it's your own product, you can do that a lot of times. It's just more around sweat equity, investing the time and energy than it is going to be dollars. But there's a lot of different ways, but one of the challenges I would say is if it sounds too good to be true and somebody's really excited and they're giving you a lot of hype online about it, I'd be nervous. Usually if it sounds too good to be true, it is. But there are some tried and true ways to get out there and test it. And if you're really thinking of starting a business, I would encourage, check out the book. You can go take the course, it's a little bit more money, but I guarantee if you do that well and you're at the end of it and you do everything that's in there, you're like, wow, man, this is a no-brainer. It is a no-brainer, then you'll do well with it. So hopefully you found some value with this. I would encourage you to like, subscribe, share it with anybody else. And I'm really humbled that you were invested the time and energy to check out this channel. Thank you. Keep smiling.